Hello friends, in this video let's talk about how to perform an upset operation in PostgreSQL server. See, this is very common in RDBMS. When you have a couple of records which need to insert in any of the table, you need to check either it is existing record or a new record. There are multiple ways of handling the same scenario, but easiest way and best way is using an upset. But you need to remember here, upset is not a keyword here. So the operation we perform is called as upset. Here, internally, we are performing insert and update. So, as we are performing both the operations, that's the reason why we are calling as upset. So, UP from update and SCRT from insert, and then combined it as a upset. It means that we are inserting as well as updating. See, when I say insert, you do not need to think of much of the key combinations, what could be the unique on that particular table. But when you go to the update, you need to identify on what basis you need to update. Ideally, if you remember, we do perform updates based on certain keys. So update salary equal to so and so, where ID employee equal to this, where department name equal to this, something like that. To perform an upset operation, you need to identify that key. You need to identify those rows uniquely in the table. When I say uniquely, any of the column should have a unique constraint. Again, primary key is a combination of unique again. So that key, whatever the key I am going to use in the update, that key can be a unique or can be a primary because of the combination. Now, so let's quickly go to the table and show you a couple of examples here. And what is the syntax in performing upset in Postgres? Yes, everybody knows we will be doing insert and updates here, not a upset. Upset is not a command even. So here we will be using insert on conflict. There's a new keyword we'll be getting, on conflict. Okay, so let me quickly show you the table and then I'll go to that. So I created a table, so with a unique key. So the name of the table is MBR data. So let's see the data and table here. So if you see, I have a 2 records with 4 columns: ID employee, employee name, department name, and salary. So out of these 4 columns, so ID employee is a unique, I mentioned, or even you can make it as a primary key. You can make it as unique or you can make it as primary key. Both works for the on conflict operation. Okay, so now let me keep it as an insert command. It's a very basic insert command. I'm going to put it insert into MBR data. Okay, values, sorry, values. So let me make it as a 3 comma, just make it as Williams, comma, so department name as admin, comma, let me make it as salary as 3000. Okay, so this is a new record all the way. So I don't have a 3 in the existing table. I can insert without any second thought. Okay, data is inserted. I can see the third row has been inserted. Total 3 records we have now. Now let me try to run again the same command. Same insert command I am trying to run. So hope you know that. As I mentioned, it is a unique key column specified in the table. It doesn't allow us to insert the same key 3. It's showing the error message. Okay. So now it's getting a error message saying that 3 already exists. Now I don't want to see the error message. What I want is, if the key exists, if the 3 already exist, I want to perform update for other columns. If not exist, I want to do the inserts. So at that particular time, so we need to think about upset. Since upset is not a keyword, so we need to use on conflict. So I'm going to write on conflict of, on what column you want to identify, either it is a duplicate or it is existing, not duplicate, it is existing value or new value. So that you need to specify. So we need a name of the column here. So there are multiple ways. I'll talk about one by one. So IDEMP. Okay. So then if the key IDEMP 3 already exists, what do you want to do it? So you can perform multiple operations, do nothing. So this first option is do nothing. So if the 3 already exists, do nothing. Now if you remember earlier, when I tried to run only this query, insert query, second time it failed, saying the 3 already exists. Now if I'll run all the way 3 statements in one shot, you can see it was not showing any error message now, saying that query returned successfully. So let us see now, is this record inserted second time or not? No, it is not inserted. Why? Because I mentioned if the key already exists, if the 3 already exists, do nothing. Okay, it doesn't fail and it doesn't do any operations. Now, so this is the first option. So let me comment this. If the key already exists, you don't want to do anything, means you can put it as do nothing. But I want to do the update. So update of the salary, update of the department name, or update of the employee name. I can do it whatever I want. So I'm going to write now. So do, if the key already exists, what I'm asking my engine to do it is do update set, obviously set. What you want to do? Sal equal to, so whatever the value which is excluded in the insert query, that I want to update. So excluded dot sal. Okay. So now let me make it as not 3000, let me make it as 3000 or 2000, so that I can see the difference. Now before I'm at to run the query, the current record Williams salary is 3000. So if I run this, ideally now I am performing, if the 3 already exists in the table, let's update their salary or name. I can do it, but I'm not doing the name as of now. So let's do this. Okay, so let's perform this. So I'm going to update the salary of third employee to 2000. Let's run this query. Yes, you can see insert 01, query written successfully, and let's see the data now. 2000, it has been updated. Earlier it is 3000, now it is 2000. Now if you remember, I am performing insert and update in a single shot, in a single query. So now let me try to run the 4 employee 4. So in this case, let us see. So what I am doing is Kate. So is a testing department, salary is of 2500. Let us see now. So this 4 is a new to the event table. It does not exist, and you can see even. So now it checks it. Whenever I run this query, my engine, my compiler automatically checks for the 4 existence in the MVR data table. If the 4 already there, then it runs this command. Otherwise, it simply runs the insert query only. Let's run this now. So earlier we saw the update like a scenario. Now we are going to see only insert. Let's run this. Again insert 01, query written successfully. Let's run the, yes, you can see Kate. Now, so if you run this, even number of times you can do it. It doesn't fail. It performs, it doesn't fail, because either it is updating or inserting. Something is going to happen here. So both operations won't happen in the on conflict scenarios. Either it insert or update. Either one only happens here. If the record is new, it insert. If the record is old, it updates. So can I update multiple columns? Yes, of course you can do it. You can put it as a department name, right? What is the full spelling? Yeah, DEPT name. Where I am writing? Yeah, DEPT name equal to, so excluded dot name. Okay, so I am going to make it as admin. So let's run this. Salary is of 2500 to 3500. I'm simply giving a figures. That's it. Let's run this. Yes, query written successfully. Now let's run the MVR data. Yeah, he moved from testing to admin department. Salaries of 3500. So this is how we do perform upset operations in the Postgres. Even you have many columns also you can do. You have a single columns also you can do. Now here, so here I'm not specifying any column names here. So why? Because all the 4 I'm supplying here. Okay, so if you are supplying only couple of columns, so then you might need to specify the column names here. So you can specify that. So those names you can use here even. So that also you can do it. So the one more way is the same behavior. Here I specified as a on conflict ID EMP. So rather than specifying the name of the column, so you can specify the name of the constraint. As I mentioned, I specified this is a unique constraint in the table. So for unique constraint you will get a name. Okay, so let's specify that as well. Let me comment this so that you can see even that as well. So on constraint, on constraint. So what is the constraint name? You need to get the name. Okay, the behavior is same. I'm just simply giving you the different way of handling the same situation. Yeah, this is the name of the constraint. Okay, now if I run this, same way it works. Okay, let me make it as salaries of 4500 to show you the difference. Earlier it is 3500. Now I am making as 4500. Just making sure that there is no difference in the behavior if you specify the constraint name or column name. Yeah, so that's it. So that's how we do perform upsert in a Postgres, and this is very important for all the developers. So that's all about it. If you have any questions on Postgres, please do let me know on the comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also follow me on Facebook for more technical bits. Thank you.